Good kid. Good kid. His mom raised him right.
It's a good thing.
Cool. Maz, you want to leave the top?
Sure. Speaking of Pedro Del Vega, how did he practice and is he ready to go? One day of practice, but is he ready?
He's ready to go. He's itching to play.
Brian, how important is it going to be not conceding just in terms of the field and also, the ball, keeping the ball?
Good, how are you?
They cede some possession. They like to go ahead and transition. So, yeah, we can get possession in their half of the field, split second. You lose your focus, they'll make you pay. Similar to a playoff game last year. But, we understand what they're all about. We've watched enough film, and, the game earlier in the year was such a long time ago that, the teams are a little different. But we still pick off little things of, what we know, who they are. So we'll just try and do our thing and continue our home thing.
Joao Paulo did bring up the loss, so clearly it's in some of the
So it's good. Love that. Love that.
Going back, watching the film from St. Louis there, what stood out about what you did well and what you needed to do?
It was a little better on film than what we saw live. I was concerned about timing, rotations, kind of different guys in different spots, but overall it wasn't bad. Our possession was real good. We create enough clear chances now. That's kind of our Achilles heel. Had Jordan scored that goal or Raul scored that goal and win 3-0, nobody's talking about that. But we want to keep creating chances, we'll keep possession. There was some good stuff there.
Going back to Pedro, the decision to not play him a couple of minutes, is that just so he's completely ready for LAFC?
It's game state. Just the way the game is rolling out.
How confident are you that you know who your best 11 is at this point, and how much of that is still very TBD?
Still TBD. 10 games ago, I'd like to narrow it down, but until Pedro plays enough minutes, I don't know yet.
How many? I mean, I don't know if this is an unfair question, but how many of your starting 11 spots do you feel like are whether there's real competition and it's because I would imagine right now it's not so much you don't know who can be your best 11. It's like who's going to win that spot.
Who's going to win that spot? Form. There's different things. Tactics against certain opponents might play into some things, but you know me well enough to know I like to get the group kind of that starting 11 with enough games to go in the end of the year so they kind of get a feel for each other. But right now it's still a little open.
You talked about on Wednesday the importance of this game, sort of not necessarily just for the standings, not just for, but there's a lot of elements here. There's an element of a statement game to this. There's a fan element to this. When you go into this game, how do you avoid sort of overemphasizing it, or there's no such thing?
There's no such thing. I'm sure you know this, but the last time we beat them was in 2021, May 16th. So I should have asked the question then. Yeah, it's been a long time. So we're looking to change that. And that was put out there this morning in our film session. LAFC is a good team. Have they played us off the park? No. They're a very, very good team and someone that's ahead of us in the standings. These are all now 6-point games. Can we catch them? Maybe. Maybe not. But home games are critical. You got to win your home games. You got to steal some points on the road. That's what's going to put you up there in one of those 4 spots for a home playoff match.
You've touched on it before, but what makes this matchup between you and LAFC so special?
Well, because they're two very highly talented teams at the top of the league, consistently. Two big franchises.
And then when dealing with two of the top goal scorers in the league, what must you do? That's obviously
defend well in transition, and set pieces they're very good. Kai Kamara has had a great career. He's helped them. That was a good pickup for them. Makes him really dangerous on set pieces. But yeah, Darvish, Wonga, any of that guys can score.
Joe Paulo,
Last couple
a couple months ago, was telling us that he just didn't feel like he was playing up to his own standards. It seems like really during this win streak, he has been one of the players who's had a noticeable uptick in quality. He told us he was basically playing free at this point. How much difference have you seen in his game over the last, as the season's evolved?
He's correct. You're correct. I mean, earlier in the year, he was still kind of, getting through some things, but now he is in a good way, good form. I've been trying to manage him as best I can. I think, having him come on for the last 30 minutes there against St. Louis was good. It'll get him fresh for this game. So it's a combination of many things.
Would you say that he is, how would you assess his overall play compared to his own standard of, at his best?
Well, we've seen his best. Obviously, he's been a great, tremendous player for us. Where is he now? I think he can still creep up a little bit, but he's certainly close.
Will Bruin, back as the 1974 born 1974 legend. Is there a story or a moment that best epitomizes Will Bruin in your mind?
His goal in Minnesota, where I jumped out of my pants and chair and kicking the ball into the goal, that was Will Bruin. That's one of my fondest memories because my mother used to be on the sideline helping me score goals, and felt like Will's dad at that moment. Come on, Will, get that. But no, there's plenty of good Will Bruin stories. He's a great character, tremendous goal scorer, and we were lucky to have him for as long as we did.
You touched on this already, but how big of a match is this?
Very big. Sets the stage for Open Cup standings, 2 elite franchises, MLS. It's a big game.